I really didn't think I'd be here so soon. After saying Trust was the worst movie I've seen this year, only a few days later, another movie managed to beat it. I know it's possible, seeing that I'm trying to see more movies by October. I'm trying to reach the 100 2025 movie mark. And Run manages to beat Trust as the worst movie of the year. Uh, I genuinely don't know how this movie exists. It's so bad. It's just bad. I don't even think I have like anything positive to say about this movie. So, I mean, just be prepared for this. I genuinely don't think there's anything positive I can say about it, which is such a shame because the trailer did look pretty bad, but I was sort of excited for it. We haven't seen many creepy alien thriller horror type movies in the past year. So I was hoping this one would kind of be it, even though it does probably have a lower budget, but it's just not. It's just not it. This movie's really bad. I mean, it feels like someone told the camera guy, go on Google and find every single possible camera angle you can do and try to shove it within 10 minutes. I mean, there is a 10-minute sequence from like the 30-minute mark to the 40-minute mark where it's like a different camera angles just or like a different camera technique is just being used in every shot, and it's just so annoying. The editing in this movie is absolutely egregious. Like it is annoying, especially the first 40 minutes. I think the first 40 minutes of this movie, I mean, it might be some of the worst I've seen this year, like in a time span of a movie. It's horribly acted. It's just boring, it's annoying. It feels like you're watching a TV show and not a good one. It's like one of those it's like a TV show that plays on a TV show. So you know it's like extra bad. The acting is bad. It looks like shit and it just there's just nothing good about it. The annoying music that plays in the background of the first 40 minutes of the movie. I'm not even kidding. The first whole 40 minutes of the movie before her friend dies in the forest. It's just annoying background R&B or pop music. It's just not appealing. I don't know why so many modern movies are doing this. It works with some movies, it really does, but Run, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit the vibe. Like it's just so off-putting, and the different camera angles and the editing, like I said, I mean the 40 minutes probably has it the worst. It's just so obnoxious. I cannot believe this movie was ever made. And the fact it's an hour 40 just makes it even worse. If this movie was an hour 20, maybe you can get away with less of the garbage it pulls off, but no, it's just too long. I could not believe I was I don't walk out of movies ever, but I was so tempted within the first 40-minute stretch to just leave. But I was hoping when the aliens came it would get better. It doesn't. The CG for the aliens looks like dog shit, like absolute dog shit. It looks worse than when I reviewed Primitive War. That movie CG is obviously not the best, but I mean, the CG for the aliens in this movie just it's just unreal how bad they look. I think the aliens don't look necessarily bad. I think their designs are fine, but they kind of just look like giant humans. They don't have any strange features to them. Obviously, they have like the weird ear pulsy things on the side of their head, and their eyeballs are a bit slanted and more alien-like, being fully black. But the rest of their body just looks like a giant bald guy, and it's not creepy at all. A lot of the alien stuff doesn't make sense in this movie. For the first 30 minutes of the alien attack, we're kind of just like aliens running around in the forest, and there's also an alien invasion happening like a few hours after we find out there's aliens in the forest. But for some reason, they don't go into houses, and their excuse for this is that there are no vibrations in a house or they can't hear the vibrations in the house. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's people walking and talking throughout the house. How could they not feel any vibrations? These aliens would react to like the smallest of things, so why wouldn't they react to someone walking in a house. It just doesn't make sense. And we're also told that aliens will only pursue inside a house if one of them is provoked or threatened. An alien gets smacked in the face by a pan. There's no aliens attacking the inside of the house until like 5 minutes after. Why? It's just I just don't get it. I really don't. I mean, I think we have the same alien jumping on one of the parts of the roof of the house 5 times in this movie, the exact same shot. So I don't know if that was the budget's fault or they were just lazy or they thought they could get away with it, but it's the exact same shot 5 times. It's just so annoying. The script, the dialogue, obnoxious. The characters all suck. So that's kind of a good thing. You kind of want them all to die, and they all do die. Apparently, there's a post-credit scene for this movie. I didn't know that. I don't want post-credit scenes in movies that aren't part of a series. I don't like post-credit scenes in general necessarily. I think they're kind of obnoxious. If you can't fit that scene in a movie, then what's the point of it? I understand for MCU you're trying to build up a story, or DCU you're trying to build up a story. And even Godzilla versus Kong, they were teasing Mecha Godzilla, but why do we need post-credit scenes in this movie? I still don't know what it is. For all I know, the aliens could have just left Earth or something after the planes did an airstrike. We don't know. We don't know anything. And I don't want to know. I might try to find the post-credit scene in a few weeks, but it just doesn't make sense why this movie would have a post-credit scene. Um my hoping is that every single character has died. We do see the main girl just not dying and it just cuts to the credits. I don't know. I hope she's dead. It would actually give the movie a little more sauce if everyone just dies. People seem to be complaining that when I left the movie theater, I heard a couple complaining, I don't get what's the point of this movie? Everyone just dies. That's kind of good. If there's no threats, what's the point of the movie? I kind of like that the Earth is just getting invaded and everyone's dying, and all these people they were trying to make us love just end up dying. I actually like that, but I don't know. I don't even know if that happened. I'm just kind of hoping it did. Um, yeah, I mean this movie's a mess. This is genuinely. I mean, in the 2020s, this might be the one of the worst, maybe the worst movie I've watched. It's the worst movie this year. If it gets beat, that would be a miracle. I'm just not sure. Just nothing makes sense in this movie. There's like two lines of dialogue that made me laugh out loud in the movie, but it was like the first one was like a snicker. You have her friend going to the forest, and they're being told there's giant space balls coming down on Earth, and she's sticking her tongue up in the sky, saying, "I need some balls in my mouth." I thought that was funny. You have the scene where someone's getting interviewed by one of the news people. Also very strange. These aliens will attack any form of vibration, but we have people on the news constantly talking. And when they're doing outside interviews, they weren't getting attacked immediately. I didn't get that, but the funny part of that part was the guy dies, and these aliens' weaknesses are phone like cameras. I don't get that. Oh, I'll get into that in a bit too. But the guy dies, and it cuts back to the cabin where the characters are staying, and one person goes, "The guy should have had his camera facing to his side instead of the news reporter camera." That was funny. That was genuinely funny, but no. The fact these aliens' weakness is phone camera lights, we don't get any explanation about that. No one really does anything with it. You get literally one scene where someone's in a basement and she flashes her camera at the alien. Alien freaks out. She proceeds not to use her phone flashlight for the rest of the movie. Um, it's 2025. No one brought their phone chargers inside of the house. Didn't get that either. Like, genuinely, how did not a single one of the five girls bring a phone charger into the house? Apparently, they were they were disconnecting themselves from everyone else, but it just it's just dumb. Why would not a single person bring a phone charger? It's just so stupid. I I don't know. I really don't. If this movie was a parody movie, this might have been something better. I think genuinely if this was a parody movie of like alien invasion movies, it would have been amazing. There was clearly some comedy trying to be involved here, it just wasn't happening enough to justify this being a comedy movie. It was trying really hard to be a thriller or something like I don't even know. I'm not even gonna compare it to anything else because this is just not it. Yeah. I mean, I'm giving Run a 1 out of 10. This is the worst movie I've seen this year. I was trying so hard to think of nice things to say about it, to try boosting it to a 2 out of 10. I just can't. This should have been a parody movie. It would have been phenomenal if it was, but it's not. It's trying to be serious. This movie looks like shit. I mean, it's edited to shit. All these weird camera techniques they tried doing is just not fitting at all. Dialogue, script, acting, all garbage, which is very upsetting because I mean, I don't know. I I had some hope in this movie, but no, this is the worst movie of the year. Don't see it if you haven't watched it. I don't say this much, but don't see Run. This is complete utter garbage, and I hope it's taken out of theaters soon.